Hello, 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 everyone. For those who are new and don't know me, my name is Rainey Ray. I'm joined today by Lynn, who's been an oiler for, I don't know, a few years anyway, and a
Mhm.
natural health person forever. So today we're going to talk about tea tree. And for those who don't know, I've been on the go now since July 4th and will be until toward the end of August. And one thing that I can tell you is important to bring is your oils, but especially tea tree. So, also I want to talk to you about some of the cool promos, but we'll get to that. So Lynn and I were just chatting before we started this Zoom about some of the uses of tea tree. I can tell you if there's anything icky, put tea tree on it. If whether that's inside or out, okay, it's so cleansing. There's a reason that tea tree is in a lot of different of our blends, especially Purify and Abode. Okay, those are some of our powerhouse cleaning blends. Better than peroxide for cleaning because it doesn't abrade the skin and won't damage the skin. All right. I've always talked about the dynamic duo of oregano and tea tree. So oregano and tea tree breaks down the cell wall of the icky stuff and of those bad cells, the stuff you don't want, the cooties, okay? And then oregano and um, tea tree then go in and kill it, wipe it out. All right, it's amazing. There's a reason that tea tree is one of our top 10 oils. So reading out of the Essential Life book, all right, I have the 10th edition. Love the hardback. There's a spiral that is uh handy, good for travel, but it is that doesn't have some of the content that the hard bound book has. So antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic. It keeps going. Antiviral, analgesic, and decongestant. Okay. Do yourself a favor. Hop over to PubMed and type in tea tree, and you'll find hundreds, nearly 100 pages of research and reviews. And that was the last when I got on there and did that a few years ago. Okay. So, um, many of us have experiences with the power of tea tree oil. So, Lynn, I know you and I were talking a moment ago. What's your battle right now that you're using tea
Hmm.
tree on?
Well, we think we have a poison oak issue in this house, and we have two dogs. We have recently, in the last couple of months, moved to the country. So, city, mouse, and country area. I think I'm getting it because one of the dogs is in the area with something, gets it on blankets, or I'm patting them. So I was saying to Rainey that as of this morning, was really washing a lot and then applying tea tree into areas, which I will say stop the itch right away. And we we have a whole pile of different things that we have out here that we're trying to use. My husband's using Tri-Ease twice a day because he's
Which is
got
our lemon lavender
those.
peppermint soft gel for the
He's
allergic.
doing Yeah, he's doing the soft gel form. I'm doing it as an oil shot because I really like it that way. It tastes a little weird in the beginning, but you really get used to it. And my body really seems to need it. So that minimizes my reaction to the
So for
inflammation.
people who are new, tell them what an oil shot is, Lynn.
Well, literally, I do have a shot glass. So for each of them, the lemon, lavender, and peppermint, I line them up. Depending, I'm doing 2 or 3 drops into the shot glass. I add some water to it. You could add juice to it if you wanted or whatever. The big plus, I'm former dental retired, is when you swish that in your mouth, it's a very rapid uptake to get that into your bloodstream for response. So I will swish it around for maybe up to a minute and then swallow it. And then I will follow up and I'll rinse the glass again just to make sure that I'm getting the most of it and take another shot.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. So you're doing that for its, hey Teresa, how are you?
Good. How are you?
We're talking tea tree.
Oh.
So Lynn has poison oak, poison ivy issue around her new home, and obviously
mhm,
the dogs have gotten in it. So she and her hubby are battling that and using tea tree as one of their arsenal.
Oh,
mhm,
okay.
mhm,
So yeah,
yep,
I mean, I just think it's so powerful. I was reading once again, okay, through Essential Life book, and there's people that have had kids or grandkids that have lice, used to
Yeah.
be more something that happened more in schools than I think it does now. But you can
mhm,
just add a little to shampoo or make a
mhm,
spray, and it's good for dandruff and lice. Um, Kids, then sports, anybody going to the gym, athlete's foot, jock itch. Okay, these are things that it's really good for. I love it for acne. Okay, so
yeah,
I get a
Oh.
breakout, right?
mhm,
I'll open up the bottle, tap my finger on the top, and I have one right here anyway. So I'm gonna put a little bit on, and it dries it from the inside out.
mhm,
I love that because then you really know that it's gone and it doesn't leave a scar. So
yeah,
I've got a story, and Teresa, I want you to tell us a tea tree story when I'm done. So start thinking. Um, Years ago, I was doing some canine training and I was rewarding another teammate's dog. And the dog accidentally, one of the canines went into my palm and it went deep. Okay, the canine is the big tooth for people who aren't dog people. And dogs in their mouths have bacteria just like we do. Okay. And one of the things that's hardest to heal, everybody knows, is any kind of puncture wound, because all that icky stuff is going on inside. And sometimes it closes a bit on the outside and you get it trapped in there. So the other teammates rushed and got peroxide. I said, no, no, no. I'm not using that. Okay. And I went and I have a little keychain that has dram bottles in it. One of them's tea tree. I put some tea tree on, rinsed it, put some tea tree on, bandaged it. Within days, it was healed really, really well. So that's my tea tree wound story. What about you, Teresa?
So what I did, and tell me if this is correct, I had I cut my hand. I had a cut on my hand. And you
Uh-huh.
know me, I'm always either in the barn or out in the yard. So I was trying to keep a Band-Aid on it while it was open and, when I'm out cleaning the barn. But what I ended up doing was I took one of my roller bottles because I have a bunch of them. I just bought a whole pack and I put some tea tree in it.
Uh-huh.
I did dilute it a little bit, but I just kept that. I keep it at my sink in the bathroom. And it's easy because I can just grab it. And if I've got a cut, I just roll it on the cut.
I love that.
mhm,
And either way is correct, whether it's diluted or not. Okay, with
mhm,
tea tree, I just like to get it on there and in there, even though my skin is uber sensitive to many things. Okay. Since I was exposed to a hazardous material years ago. But I use tea tree a lot of times on a wound just right out of the bottle. So
mhm.
bravo. And keeping it handy is so smart. Okay.
Right.
Let
Hence the reason it's one of the oils that we have that's kind of the backbone,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One of
Top
the
10.
10 basics. So,
Yep. Our medicine
yeah,
cabinet oils. It's
yeah,
interesting because don't use tea tree topically on cats at all. And with dogs, be very, very mindful. Okay. I had an incident where, and I was actually with Lynn's husband at a training thing, and my last dog, Jack, cut his pad on the rubble pile that we were training on. And so what we did was I very carefully put some tea tree on, and our the team vet for the host team had this like kind of a liquid bandage thing. I'm sure it had antibiotics in it and all that. And we put that on it and boom, he was right back on the rubble pile training. So, but be very, very, very mindful because they lack the ability to process it in the same way that we do. You
Mhm.
see these horror stories all over, the internet about dogs or cats dying because of tea tree. One, it's usually not doTERRA. So who knows what's in it, right? Two, they're putting tons on,
Mm.
okay? No need. All right. So when in doubt, avoid it on those pets. Horses, goats, whatever, you're fine. The other thing the book says is tea for pink eye. All
Oh,
right. And remember, we don't put eye oils in the eye, but we can put them around. So lavender and tea tree for pink eye, very cleansing, very antibacterial. Um, yeah. Any other thoughts on tea tree? And then I want to tell one more story.
I'm just seeing hives, rashes. I'm going to make a comment, and I don't know why in my family so many people are coming down with shingles.
Ah,
So that might be one when you're thinking of skin and stuff like that. That might help.
and that's listed in the Essential Life book too, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
And with your background with dentistry, cavities and gum disease is in there also.
Yeah, I
Um,
see that.
yeah,
I'm not familiar with using that. But again, remember when I was saying when you take the oil shot, rapid uptake and how that can affect the
right,
tissue in your mouth.
right. Well, I know that when I bit my tongue or my cheek, I immediately put tea tree on.
Mm.
Um, and I don't know about anybody else, but if I've been exposed to a germ, I haven't been sick since 2017, but I'll get a little bump on my tongue that tells me, oh, something's going on. And I immediately put tea tree on that and it goes away. Yeah, so Tom had surgery for what this terrible dermatologist thought was skin cancer, melanoma, very serious. So he had it dug out. It was on the back of his right shoulder blade. And within days, he developed a hole. And it turned out to be MRSA, which was burrowing in. MRSA is very invasive, very difficult for our medical community to kill. Um, and it's so pervasive, it's in a lot of places, even though they're trying to be very clean. So another person that collaborates with us, Deb Rose, another retired nurse like Teresa, told me, oh, just do the saline wet dry. Like I was another medical person. And I go, time out, right? I didn't know what it was. Okay. So saline wet dry, correct me if I'm misspeaking here, Teresa, is when you take a 4x4, a gauze, put saline on it, and you normally would put that in the wound. And as the saline dries with the salt that's in it, it draws out bad stuff, right?
yes, and part of the tissue can kind of stick to the dressing, so you're kind of debriding it, but you want it stuck down in the hole so it doesn't close over, like what you said before about the
Yes.
puncture wound.
So here's the twist with oils. Take a drop of On Guard and a drop of tea tree on that dampened 4x4. And then gently put that into your hole because MRSA eats the flesh and burrows in. And we did that. Then you tape it and you change it twice a day. And within 2 weeks, it was totally healed. Within days, it was already starting to fill in. So it was really pretty cool. This is definitely one that you want in your um medicine cabinet, in your wellness thing. So interestingly, for August, On Guard is our freebie. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So you get a
That's
five
a good
mil of
one.
On Guard for free. One, a couple of ways. One, if you're using and getting the benefits of our rewards program, 125 PV product value order gets by the 15th, gets you a free bottle of On Guard. All right. I don't have a 5 mil with. but it's a 5 ml bottle. And I love those bottles for travel. I just didn't have a small On Guard one to take with. All right. So keep them, refill them. I should practice what I preach. Okay. So On Guard and tea tree together are amazing. So let's think about how many things tea tree is in that we make here on our team. All right. I'm going to start. It's in our hair grow. Okay. It's in the hair grow spray. So the hair grow spray has frankincense, lavender, tea tree, copaiba, peppermint, cedarwood, clary sage, geranium, and rosemary, 9 oils. All right. And tea tree is an important one. What's another one of our go-to recipes that has tea tree in it, you guys?
Flute.
Yay. Tell us what it is.
Uh, frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, and tea tree.
Yay. Okay. And how do you like to use it, Teresa?
I usually, well, what I initially did was shots, and I don't like the oregano. For me, the oregano is very strong. I don't
It's
like the
not.
oregano.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
what I ended up, when my sinuses were bothering me so much, I
Mhm.
was doing the flute shots to get it under control.
Right.
But what I ended up doing was just buying some of the veggie caps.
Oh,
And
good.
now I just do, yeah, I like that much better.
Good. Smart. Smart.
Yeah.
And Lynn, we'll get it's another recipe from you. I make a flute roller, and that's one of the immunity rollers that we rotate on the bottom of our feet every day. Okay.
Yeah.
So just, 15, 20 drops of each, 10 ml roller, boom, done. Okay. Fill it, with coconut oil. Lynn, do you think about another recipe?
I'm drawing a blank because flute would be the one that I
Let me
would
give
have
you a
used
hint.
most.
You're making this now, but when you make the dog version, you don't add it. You just got the oils to make this spray, but
Oh,
you
the bug spray?
omit tea tree. Say it again.
The bug spray?
Yeah. So if you're not going to use it on dogs, if you're going to use it on horses, goats, people, whatever, you add tea tree in.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so nail fungus.
Actually,
Ooh.
yes, my husband, I looked at him and I said, soak your feet and put this on. And I believe he might have listened to me once or twice, twice at the maximum. And I'm like, okay, it worked for the right foot. It didn't work for the left foot. Go back and do it again. But I
Awesome.
was surprised how quickly that worked.
Any other thoughts about tea tree, you guys? There's so many things that we can use it for.
I know when I think of tea tree, I think of infections and cuts and wounds. I mean, that's just my first go to, which and I know lavender is a disinfectant too, but
I think
that's
I
always
might use it like in something cleaning wise if I really needed to,
Yep.
in with something on my counters or in my bathroom.
I love it
You
in
know,
our shower spray. Remember, using the cleaner concentrate, a little bit of it, and then you can add purify, which tea tree is in. But sometimes I like to add a little extra tea tree just because it's so antibacterial and disinfectant and cleansing, you know. Um, and Teresa, with your sinus stuff,
yeah.
I mean, that really was great. Sore throat, just take a little and gargle. All right. Um, I'm trying to think whichever of our other tried and true recipes there's in so many. Okay. All right, let's talk about August for a minute, unless you guys want to chime in on anything else with tea tree. Okay. All right, we're knocking on the door of August. I can't believe that, first of all. It's ridiculous. This year went so fast. Okay, so I mentioned free on guard. The first way we mentioned was with the rewards program. The second way is if you're doing a foundational wellness bundle, our supplements like the BMG. We're trying to get it so any of them, like with Lifelong Vitality, this applies to, but anytime through the month, if you're ordering a foundational wellness bundle, you get the free product of the month. So why does doTERRA do that? You know, first of all, they're going through all the top 10 oils for freebies because they want everyone to have a good medicine cabinet. All right. That's number one. Two, doTERRA is a company that says thank you. All right. Not a lot of companies say thank you. We appreciate your business anymore. I know our AT&T cellular stuff gives strangers a deal and not us. Okay. doTERRA's not that way. All right. They want everyone to know that they appreciate them. The other thing is there's some LTOs, limited time offers. First one, Harvest Spice. Harvest Spice is a blend that we love to diffuse or add into like other like bubble diffusers, passive diffusers. It smells like the season, like those potpourris we used to make, you know,
Yes.
for for the season. So it's really, really nice. The other thing that's going on is castor oil and a castor oil pack. Have either of you tried our castor oil?
I have not.
Only a little, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Lynn?
Skin,
Yeah.
winter time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hugely.
here's what's interesting. I never used castor oil before doTERRA came out with theirs because to me it smelled icky and it was really sticky and it just didn't give me a good feeling. Okay. Our castor oil is so non-smelly and not sticky. It's thick, but it's not sticky. So I bring some with. This is a repurposed dropper bottle. I bring it with on the trips. It is the only thing that has kept my skin from flaking off while we're in, South Dakota, Wyoming with the dry wind. So it's wonderful. The castor oil pack I have at home. I didn't bring it with. Many people, myself included, you put castor oil on the pack itself. It's basically, a square of good cotton with some straps. And you can put some of our detox oils on or whatever it is you want, or just plain castor oil and put it over your liver. All right. And it's really good for detox. And Teresa, again, correct me if I'm wrong, the liver, I always think of it as right side
Yes.
below the rib cage and
Yes.
above the hip, right on the side there, kind of toward the ab between. Like if I go front of the side of my stomach to part of my back around there somewhere, I'm gonna
Yes.
get it, right?
Yes. More from the front side. You can palpate it from the front side. Yes.
Yeah, so that's where I kind of aim the pack to be, okay? A lot of people take a drop of oil, whatever they're working on, and take a little castor oil in their belly button. Many people believe that it is good access to our systems, to our whole body. So I love castor oil for the face and for other skin like Lynn. Lynn, do you add something or did you when you tried your castor oil in the winter?
No, actually, I just preferred it straight.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
sometimes I'd drop some into my goat's milk lotion just to
Oh,
make
that
it
would
a
be
little
great.
bit thicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it sits on your skin very nicely. It's not too sticky and absorbs well.
And it absorbs well. Yeah. I
Yeah.
I I have a roller at home, one of those mega rollers, the big ones, the 50
Mhm.
ml, and I put in some of our skin healing oils. So frankincense, helichrysum, myrrh,
Mhm.
copaiba, those goodies. And then I can just roll it on when I'm at home and it's just so restorative.
Yeah,
Cool.
if you're in a northern climate for winter and you have wind chill,
Oh,
basically like November through to February, this is a wonderful oil to keep your
right.
skin
Right.
really,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
there are people who use castor oil in so many different ways that we have to learn about because it's really effective. Yeah.
Mhm.
So those are the specials. Remember, there's still some of the other LTOs left, and I'll put this in our group. But I am actually gonna buy, I've heard people saying that the Endless Summer Hair and Body Mist is really, really good. So if we have any more of that, I'm tempted to get some. The Pilot Diffuser with Endless Summer. Endless Summer is a wonderful blend if you haven't tried it. It really does smell like summertime in a bottle. And the Gardenia Touch, if you're a fan of that, they say it's going to run out. Now, these were the availability as of a week or so ago. I'm sorry, 4 days ago. So I didn't look this morning to see what's available. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't believe that we're already almost in August.
Yeah.
I mean, it's goofy. Also, think about convention coming up. You can attend virtually, which I've only been to convention once at the mothership in Utah. I call it the mothership. This year they're doing it in Orlando, so that's 3 hours away from me, and I'm definitely going. But normally I attend virtually, and it's quite they fill your cup with knowledge from the science gurus at doTERRA from all of the research that's been going on. Plus, they'll be introducing the new products for availability starting in the fall. When you go to convention or attend virtually, you get access to those early on. So I'm excited to see what it is they've got up their sleeve, and that's all I got. Are you guys thinking about anything else or any questions or things that pop in your head over the last week?
All good.
No,
All
no, I'm
good.
good.
Yay. I love that. I love that. Well, thank you guys for joining. This has been wonderful, and your contributions are always spot on. Love it. Love it. All right, go forth and conquer. Have a great day, everyone, and a wonderful week. And thank you again, Teresa and Lynn, and happy oiling, everyone.
Bye.
All right, take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.